Hello, 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 you gorgeous human being. It is me, Susie Ashworth, the Sunday Times best-selling author of the book Infinite Receiving. And I want to have a conversation with you today about the truth when it comes to selling as a new coach. And I really want this conversation to set you free. I speak to so many women every single year who tell me that they have been thinking about starting their own coaching business for years. And then alongside those who have been thinking about it for years, I see hundreds of brand new coaches really struggling to get their coaching businesses off the ground because of this one thing that they have got completely wrong when it comes to selling. So if you are the type of person who has ever said something like, I just don't feel good trying to sell myself. Like, if you give me somebody else's product, I've done this in my work for the last 15 years, 20 years, you tell me what their service is, I'm going to sell it for you. In fact, it's easy. If I have to big up my boss to somebody, I can sell my boss. I can sell my, no worries at all. There's a new party line when it comes to where the company is growing and how they are dealing with team members, members of staff. You've got it. Like, you are the person that they can rely on to be able to communicate a really challenging message and actually even get people enthusiastic about it, get them feeling motivated about it, because you're not positioning yourself as the thing that you are selling. You are doing it for other people or other services. It's not really about you, so it's not a problem at all. If you have ever said that, I really want this conversation to set you free, because when it comes to selling your offers and services as a coach, really this applies to anything across the board, to be honest, but when you're building a personal brand, even though you are building a personal brand, you are not selling yourself. You are not for sale. What you are selling is your offer. What you are selling is the outcome. What you are selling is the transformation. So when you come into my program, take me for example, when you decide that you want to finally build a sustainable and profitable coaching business and have the confidence to call yourself a world-class coach, and you come into my certification, you do the work, by the end of 12 months of working together, you will be a qualified and accredited world-class coach with all of the tools to have a six-figure, multiple six-figure. Some of our clients have gone on to create seven figures in their businesses. That's what I'm selling. I'm not selling me. I'm not selling me. However, what is true is that I make more sales to my Dreamboat clients when I am me. So I'm not selling me, but my job is to be the most me that I can be. And the reason that this is important is that I have a unique lens on this world, on this coaching industry, on teaching. And when I say a unique lens, I'm not talking, excuse me, I'm not talking about a USP, a unique selling proposition. i.e., what makes our course different, I am talking very literally about the fact that there has never been and will never be another person in this universe that will ever have had the same life experience as me. There will never be another person. And because of that, that obviously makes me unique. I am one of a kind. And so when I allow myself to be me in my entirety, the one of a kind, crazy, freaky, swears like a sailory, woman, when I allow myself to be all parts of myself, what happens is that people come into my world via YouTube, via Instagram, via my podcast, via, and they will get a feel for who I am. They will get a feel of my energy, and they will either resonate with it or they will not. It's not my job to convince you that I'm a great person. It's not my job to convince you that that I'm worthy, that I'm deserving, that I've earned it. That's not my job. That's not your job. I have an energetic frequency, as does every other person on the planet. And when people come towards me, they will either feel like, oh, this feels good. This feels like a match. Or they'll be triggered and activated in a way where they're like, oh, no thanks. Oh, that's not for me. And that's okay, because that's happening in your life all of the time. You're not freaking out. You're not like, that person's rejecting me. Or maybe you have been, and you get to stop taking it personally. It's about resonance. At the minute that I try to sell myself, I'm coming from a place of I might not be good enough and I need to prove to you why I am. I need to prove to you why I am sits on a frequency of lack. It sits on a frequency of not enoughness. And that frequency of not enoughness comes through in the words, it comes through in the messaging, it comes through in the marketing. And that is a repellent for people who might be absolutely your perfect dreamboat client. It's repellent, even though it might be your perfect dreamboat client, because you're blocking the connection by feeling like you're not enough, by feeling like you have to sell yourself. You can't sell your values. You can't sell your essence. You can't sell who you are. And the minute that you try to sell yourself, it actually acts as a repellent. So your job isn't to sell yourself. Your job is to be yourself and sell your offer. That's it. And the more of yourself you can allow to come through, the easier it becomes for your people to know that you're their person. Isn't that amazing? The more of yourself you allow yourself to be without feeling the need to prove your worth, the easier it becomes for your dreamboat clients to spot you in a sea of insecurity, in a sea of people saying, I need to be more like Amy Porterfield, or if only I could be a little bit more like Marie Forleo, if only I could be a little bit more Oprah. Let me put on this mask, let me put on this coat. Do I look more like somebody else? Yeah, you do. You look like a poor imitation of somebody else. And that's why it feels so hard. It's not sustainable. So please, for the love of all things good, if you've been putting off starting your coaching business because you think that you're going to be crap at sales, Understand, no, sorry, you think that you're going to be crap at selling yourself. Understand you're not selling yourself. What is true is that there is a skill set when it comes to being able to articulate your offer powerfully, and that's something that you get to learn. That's something that you get to learn. Guess what? That's easy. That's not hard, but it does take practice. So in order for you to practice, you've got to be in the arena. You have to commit to following your purpose. You have to commit to becoming a world-class coach who has a world-class coaching business. And the foundation of a world-class coaching business is impeccable curriculum, impeccable support, and sales. There's no point being an incredible coach if you've got nobody to coach, you don't know how to sell. So all of these things work together. Of course, we teach all of these things in our certification. I hope that this conversation has been freeing. I hope that it's given you food for thought, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.